I serve a church in Bloomington, Minnesota. I've been there for almost 12 years. It's a suburban church, first ring suburb, almost a second ring. It's about 50 years old. A good mixture from senior citizens, but also lots of children, first starter homes for individuals. We have a staff of about 18 people, and 2 or 3 pastors is what we generally have there. Good collegial relationship and a good chance to be in ministry with them, and talking about preaching and talking about ministry and how we do ministry in a new day. I was doing the first sabbatical of my life 4 years ago. As a senior pastor, I decided they hadn't had a sabbatical program before, so I was going to do this in stages. I did a month at Holden Village, where I studied spirituality, did a lot of hiking in the mountains, wonderful month in the fall. And then I did a month at a lake cabin a couple of months later, where I studied leadership and read all the books on leadership that I could. And I really wanted to study preaching for a month, evangelical preaching. I just wanted to stretch myself. And then one day I had a card on my desk, and it was talking about the Doctor of Ministry program at Luther. And so I picked up the phone and asked a few questions and got interested and thought, well, this could turn a month into a 3-year program. And so that's how I got started in the program, and haven't looked back. It's been a great experience. I have really appreciated the cohort model. I've had some friends that have been in seminaries that have had the cafeteria model, and they've taken a class here and a class there, and the program has gone from 2 years to 3 years to 4 years to 5 years and longer, and then suddenly they hit a deadline and they say, no more, you're done. You can't finish now. It's gone on too long. And I think the nature of parish ministry is to get busy and to not be able to necessarily stay on task with something like this. And so the cohort model, where we're starting together, and almost the first day we're there, they say, you're going to finish in 3 years, and we're going to make that happen. And so it's been great to start that way with those expectations, and with a group of people, some of them Lutherans and some of them from other traditions, and to start that journey and to have fun on that journey, to encourage each other, to learn together, to grow together, to challenge each other, and to really stretch ourselves along the way. So I've really liked the cohort model as a way to get started. You know, I think we were all apprehensive at first. They told us to bring a sermon. I brought a sermon. We were all nervous and anxious. They said, don't prepare, just come. Be ready to read it. It'll be fine. So you start reading it, and you begin the process of giving feedback. And it goes a little slowly at first, and you take some baby steps. But, you know, by the time you're into your 3rd week and then into your 2nd year, it's very comfortable to be able to give each other feedback. Certainly you do it in constructive ways. You want to build each other up and help each other. I think there's always a sense that we're all at different places. We're all at different, we all have different gifts when it comes to our preaching abilities, but we will make those work. We will build on the strengths that we have and make that work. You know, when you have a Baptist woman that preaches in Harlem, and somebody that's preaching in suburban Minnesota, they're just terribly different contexts. We shouldn't preach the same. We won't preach the same. So that's part of the richness. That's part of the experience of coming together and making this work in a cohort setting. The program has been time-consuming, but I have wanted to do that. I've jumped in. I've read more books than I probably needed to, but it's exciting. It's exciting to get into those books. One book leads to another book, which leads to an article and a journal, and suddenly you're immersed in a topic you didn't even know existed. I think if people have an ounce of interest and the thought that they would like to do this and pursue it, then get into it. The process will guide you, the cohorts will encourage you, and you will make this happen. You will finish, and you'll write a thesis, and you'll feel good about the work you've done and the contribution you've made to biblical preaching. So I'd say go for it.